The universe is expanding. This is one of the most mind-bending discoveries in modern science. But have you ever stopped to ask, what exactly is it expanding into? If there's more space being created, what exists beyond it? Is there an edge to the universe, or does it go on forever? Today, we unravel the mysteries of cosmic expansion, exploring the very nature of space, time, and the boundaries of existence. For centuries, people thought the universe was static, a vast, unchanging expanse. But in the 20th century, astronomer Edwin Hubble made a groundbreaking discovery: distant galaxies are moving away from us in all directions. Not only that, but the farther away they are, the faster they seem to be receding. This led to the realization that space itself is expanding, stretching like a rubber sheet. But here's the mind-bending part: if the universe is growing, what's outside of it? What's on the other side of this expansion? At first glance, it might seem like the universe is expanding into something, like a bubble growing in a larger empty space. But that's not quite right. To understand why, we need to break down some key ideas in physics and cosmology. If the universe is expanding, what lies beyond its boundaries? Or does it even have boundaries at all? The idea that the universe is expanding isn't just a wild theory. It's backed by solid evidence. Scientists measure the movement of galaxies using a phenomenon called redshift. When an object moves away from us, the light it emits is stretched, shifting toward the red end of the spectrum. The farther a galaxy is, the more its light is redshifted, indicating it's moving away faster. The discovery of cosmic microwave background radiation, an afterglow of the Big Bang, further confirms this. This faint radiation, detected in every direction, provides a snapshot of the universe when it was just 380,000 years old, showing us how space has expanded over billions of years. But what does this expansion actually mean? Is space stretching within something larger, or is it expanding without a boundary? Have you ever imagined what might be beyond the universe? A void? Another reality? Share your thoughts in the comments. The problem with thinking of the universe as expanding into something is that it assumes there's a space beyond it. But space itself is what's growing. Imagine an ant walking on the surface of a balloon. If you inflate the balloon, the ant sees points on the surface moving away from each other, but the balloon itself isn't expanding into anything. It's just getting larger in every direction. The universe works in a similar way. It's not expanding into a pre-existing void because space itself is growing. This is where our human intuition struggles. Our brains evolved to understand objects moving through space, not space itself expanding. Does this idea challenge how you think about space? Let me know if this makes sense or if it feels even more confusing. If the universe isn't expanding into something, does that mean it has no edge? The answer depends on its shape. Cosmologists have proposed three main possibilities. It could be a closed universe, shaped like a sphere. If you traveled far enough, you'd eventually return to your starting point, or a flat universe, extending infinitely in all directions, or it could even be an open universe, shaped like a saddle, stretching outward forever. Current observations suggest the universe is very close to being flat, but with a small margin of uncertainty. If it's infinite, it simply keeps stretching forever. If it's finite, it might be like the surface of a 4D hypersphere, looping back onto itself. But even if the universe is infinite, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a beyond. Space itself may simply be all there is. If the universe is finite, what do you think happens at the edge? Or do you believe it goes on forever? Let's debate in the comments. If the universe isn't expanding into empty space, is it possible that it's expanding alongside other universes? Some theories in physics suggest that our universe might be just one of many in a vast multiverse. The eternal inflation hypothesis suggests that while our observable universe has slowed its expansion, other regions of the cosmos may still be inflating, constantly giving birth to new universes. This would mean that beyond our cosmic horizon, there could be an infinite sea of other universes with different physical laws. Another possibility comes from string theory, which suggests the existence of higher dimensional spaces. Our universe might be a 3D brain floating in a higher dimensional reality. In that case, what we perceive as an expansion might just be our limited perspective on a much larger structure. Do you think we are part of a vast multiverse, or is our universe all that exists? Let's hear your thoughts below. One of the biggest misconceptions about the universe is that what we see is all there is. In reality, we are limited by what's called the cosmic horizon, the maximum distance light has had time to travel since the Big Bang, roughly 46 billion light-years in every direction. This means that even though the universe is 13.8 billion years old, we can see objects much farther away because space itself has been stretching the whole time. But beyond that visible boundary, the universe may continue indefinitely. Here's the crucial part: if the universe is much larger than what we can see, or even infinite, we'll never be able to directly observe what lies beyond our cosmic horizon. The regions outside of our observable universe could be similar to ours. Completely different, or even obeying different laws of physics. But because light from those regions will never reach us, they are effectively cut off from our reality. This raises a deep philosophical and scientific question: does something exist if we can never observe or measure it? Is the universe just what we can see, or does it include everything beyond our cosmic horizon? If we can never observe something, does it really exist? Or is reality only what we can measure? Let's discuss in the comments. So, is the universe expanding into something? The answer, as strange as it seems, is no, at least not in any way that fits our everyday understanding. Space itself is expanding, not within a pre-existing container, but as a fundamental part of reality. Whether the universe is finite or infinite, it remains one of the greatest mysteries of science. And if multiverse theories hold any truth, what lies beyond may be even more incomprehensible than we can imagine. Now, it's your turn. What do you think? Is there something beyond the universe, or is space itself all there is? Drop a comment, hit like if this blew your mind, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest questions about reality. Until next time, stay curious.